Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. Yay, I'm so excited! Anyway, so we were just in the middle of some action, and we're going to see the Queen! Cool, so, we already read this, but true to Impei's words, Buckingham Palace gets bigger and bigger as we close in. Then, something floats up from behind the palace. Ah, fuck my life. Oh man, that's a military airship from the British Airborne Knights! It sounds like the floating ship fires something at us. Suddenly, something whooshes past the side of the ornithopter. Fire rises from the city behind us. Oh, fire rises from the city behind us? Wow, you're just gonna blow up the city? Whoa, they're seriously shooting at us. We're in the middle of London here. I'm sure that's Twilight working without the Crown's direction. It would be a great inconvenience to them if we met the Queen. If it's an inconvenience for Twilight, does that mean it's convenient for us? Yes. Impei, you've got to dodge their attacks and get us to the knighting ceremony. Seriously? I mean, I knew I had to, but it's not going to be easy. Impei, please. Leave it to me, my lady. Get ready to have your minds blown by my out-of-this-world flight maneuvers. Oh, they better fucking be or we're all going to die. Look at the screen swishing. True to his words, Impei guides the ornithopter with surprising dexterity. It's also a lot smaller than that airship, so... If even a single shot had hit us, the ornithopter would have been blown to bits, but he continues to avoid the shells. And, like, leaning on the edge of my ball. Obviously, not really, because there's no edge to the ball, but still. Dodging and weaving past shot after shot, we finally arrive right above the palace. The power of love is invincible. Oh my god. He proceeds to dive the ornithopter straight into the middle of the ceremony. It feels like we're about to crash. I don't know if it's about... It's Superman. What is that? Is it a plane? Is it a bird? That machine, I saw it at the World's Fair. It's an ornithopter. Is it me, or is it getting closer? Your Majesty, please stand back. I can hear the crowd's uproar from all the way up here. I can also see many soldiers running towards a woman. Could that be the Queen? I mean, you would say she'd look like a fucking queen. I don't have much time to observe my surroundings as the machine speeds straight towards the ground. We're gonna come to a sudden stop, so make sure you don't bite your tongue. The ornithopter begins to pull out of its power dive, groaning as our path curves upwards. But this isn't enough to kill the momentum. We kick up a cloud of dirt as we carve our way across the ground and finally stop. The fact that the machine is now touching ground brings me great relief. I heave a great sigh. Was that a successful landing? Looks like it. Thanks to Impei. Oh, thanks, Impei. That was some fantastic flying. I'm glad we didn't all end up at the gates to heaven. We all climb out onto the ground amidst a dumbfounded crowd. Who are they? They're that man with the glasses. Isn't that the violent terrorist, Victor Frankenstein? Frankenstein? I know this, you're totally not the voice I did before, but as confused voices rise up around us, the cloud of dirt slowly settles. Is that the fucking Queen? Like, damn, girl. Damn. Because, I mean, like, I'm just thinking a queen is great, but, like, this is obviously, like, a steampunk kind of queen, but, like, a woman surrounded by soldiers appears in our view, standing on a stage right in front of us. How dare you act with such disrespect before Her Majesty? This is unforgivable. Her Majesty, the Queen, I mean, she's fucking hot. So this is Queen Victoria, after all. She's very beautiful. I mean, she fucking is. And, I mean, Jesus, also the boobs. Holy fuck. But at the same time, she's a woman with so much power that the tension in the air is almost palpable. Surround them! Do not let them escape! Oh, fuck's sake, you guys. Soldiers around the area all aim their guns at us at once. Jesus! Piddly little toy soldiers. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'm gonna cry. If we utter the wrong words at this moment, they won't hesitate to shoot us. Don't panic. Stay calm. I try to tell myself this, but I can't gather my thoughts properly. As this is going on, Victor takes a firm step toward Queen Victoria with a determined look. Ugh! I mean, look, he's so adorable and she's so beautiful. Jesus. She's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to shoot at me? She looks like a little bit of like a sadomasochist up there. Like, but God, she's pretty. Soldiers, it would be unwise to shoot me. Victor calls this out in a confident voice. His gaze seems cold-hearted somehow. It's like he isn't his usual self. Right now, I would believe that he's an actual terrorist ready to deliver certain death to all those around him. Nobody move. One step and you die. I've planted bombs throughout the ceremonial grounds. This radio switch controls their detonation. Wouldn't it be funny if he actually did that? Radio, Aether. The electronic radio has yet to be invented. However, a way of communicating using vibration in the aether has been developed. It's used by the military and government, along with some wealthy individuals. Victor raises a small device into the air. Screams ring out from within the audience. That's the toy he had me make for him. Toy? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Detonation switch my patootie. I look over at the Queen while I listen to Impei's whispers. If they catch us in this lie, there's a 99% chance we'll be executed. Have the guards stand back. But every single person here is a precious subject of my nation. None of this is worth any loss of life. As you command, Your Majesty. The guards standing near the Queen give a signal and the soldiers lower their guns. Good. Everybody stand still. My accomplices are watching all of this. If anyone tries anything funny, this entire area will become a sea of flames. Oh, God, Victor got, look at the hot look on his face. Now he's hot. He was always super adorable, but now it's like, hi, kind of angry and it's toughened. Your Highness, have the guards stand at a distance. I want to speak with you alone. Fine. Victoria glances at her guards. In a matter of seconds, the area around us is deserted. They're probably all watching this situation breathlessly. But, other than the speakers, Impei and I are probably the only ones who can overhear this conversation. It's been a while, Dr. Frankenstein. When was the last time I saw your face? 2 years ago, Your Highness. 2 years? Is that all? I feel as if it was decades ago. Uh-huh. What's so funny? It's delightful to watch you try so hard. You treated me with such respect only 2 years ago. Now you're acting like a little puppy who won't do as he's told. Queen Victoria, how can you say that, knowing what you did in the past? There's no need to raise your voice. I can hear you, Doctor. Did you come all the way here just to complain to me? I'm done complaining now. I came here to negotiate with you. Don't look so angry. What is this about? Retract my wanted status. Also guarantee my safety from this point on, and grant me pardon for this act as well. That's all I ask. There's a brief silence. At this moment, there's no room for Impei or me to intervene. All we can do is sit tight and listen to the exchange between Victor and the Queen, and try to guess the outcome of their talk. The Queen sneers at Victor. Oh, she mean? Dr. Frankenstein, are you telling me that you, a mere scientist, mean to threaten me, the Queen of the British Empire? I'm prepared to forgive you if you agree to work for Britain once again. I will never again assist you in your ambitions. I see. Then I have no use for you. Would you like to die with your companions? You don't have any power in this situation. I do. And what power do you have that you could change my mind? I'm prepared to release the secrets regarding that which you so desire other nations. Oh, which you so desire to other nations. I've given copies of this information to a number of compatriots. If anything should happen to me, all of Europe will know. The special knowledge Victor poses is his only real bargaining chip in this negotiation. But the Queen simply looks amused at this threat. I see. Huh, that is interesting. It seems you've changed, Dr. Frankenstein. Is it the influence of your friends? I'm not here to make small talk. She's like vicious and evil, but she's so pretty. What about the lady over there? Is she your friend? The Queen suddenly looks over at us. Her glance feels sticky and clings to me. What a beautiful girl. She's like a porcelain doll. And, I knew I'd seen someone with a similar feel about them before. Little boy, Finis. He has that same doll-like appearance. How strange. How are you so similar to the little one? You seem agitated, Dr. Frankenstein. This is getting more interesting by the moment. That one is full of secrets. Little girl, if you're connected to Finis's secret somehow, I'm afraid I'll want to keep you. Little girl. I'm like 18 at least, maybe 20, bitch. Get off. She gives me a long stare. Her gaze feels like it's touching me directly, and I take a step back. Ahem. Impey steps in front of me as if to hide me from her line of sight. I shouldn't have gone. Thank you, Impey. I thank him in a small voice, and he raises a hand and waves it. Let's hear what you have to say in response, Your Highness. I have no problem turning this whole venue into an inferno. The Queen merely smiles. Then, enough with the petty lies. Did you really believe that you would trick Queen Alexandria Victoria with a toy like that? We all gasp. How could she know? The reaction. It seems I was right. I have a soft spot for bad liars. Whoa, playing dirty. She pulled a fast one on us. Politics are a constant game of bargaining. Your childish antics don't even come close to a real negotiation. Scientists need to stop playing at politics and focus on their research. Impey, take her and stand back. As if sensing something from Victor's serious tone, Impey says nothing and steps back with me. Once he has seen that we've backed away, Victor slowly takes a leather case from his jacket. He takes out a single test tube. This is a special liquid explosive. If I drop this on the ground, not even you would be able to escape death. Oh? I see that you're not bluffing this time around. Victor, what are you doing? Oh, what are you... I was going to finish my sentence. I try to dart toward him, but Impey stops me. Not now. Victor's one thing, but we have no idea what the Queen would do if we make a move towards them. But... Victor's hands are shaking slightly. Go ahead. Do it. Death is salvation, but a coward like you would probably hesitate to take hold of a savior's hand. He's going to do it. He's going to kill himself and take the Queen with him. Victor! I break free of Impey's grasp and run toward him. Let me touch her. Spacey! No! Get away from me! No, Victor, this isn't right. I take his shaking arm and gently lower it. You don't need to do this. No one wants you to sacrifice yourself. Victor says nothing in response and looks down at the ground. I worry about Victor's feelings, but part of my mind is calm and understands the situation. The only leverage we have now is to release Victor's information to other countries. And even that's a lie. If she sees through this lie too, it's over for us. I look at the Queen. I can't tell what she's thinking at all behind her smiling face. There's silence, and then... Fine, Doctor. I'm satisfied knowing that you will not become an enemy of the state. I have no way of knowing if you are lying or speaking the truth. But if you really do take what you know outside of this country's borders, Britain as we know it will be over. But you should know that whatever relationship you have with your friends will dissolve before that comes to pass. I'll keep my end of the deal. The Queen nods resolutely in response. Naturally, but Dr. Frankenstein, I believe that you are truly intelligent. That's why I can say for certain that you aren't going through all this trouble just for the sake of your comrades. You could have fled the country long ago, yet you remain in London. Why is that? I'm quite interested. What reason do you have for staying here? In this country, in this city? Victor says nothing and simply stares at the Queen. Fine. I'll just keep an eye on you for now. You can have this win. Oh, Victor, just make sure not to cross me again. I'll keep that in mind. The Queen smiles boldly. That seems to signal the end to this. Impey and I take deep breaths, and the Queen slowly walks out in front of us to look around at everyone in attendance. My beloved subjects, there is something that I would have you know. Victoria's clear voice fills the air. It was proven just now that all charges placed against Victor Frankenstein were false accusations. In the name of the Crown, I proclaim his innocence and guarantee his safety. From this moment, anyone attempting to harm him or his companions without my consent is an enemy of the British Crown. The crowd murmurs in reaction to the Queen's words. It seems to go on forever. So, now that's all done. Cheers! I can't believe that fucking worked. I mean, we had to know something good was going to happen, but I was like, damn! With Impey's shout, there's the sound of glasses clinking together. Aha! The first drink after a hard day's work is the best! Even though we had no choice at the time, now that I think back on it, that was one reckless plan. Seriously, it was really close. Thanks for saving the day, Victor. I'm so glad I finished in time. It's the day after the mission. There's a luxurious meal on the table, along with a newspaper open to one particular article. Particular. False accusations! Nation shocked at revelation of Victor Frankenstein's innocence! With an article like this widely spread, we can finally rest at ease. And at last, we can throw the party that had been put on hold while we prepared for the mission. If old Lionheart hadn't said, "It's the Queen's orders," and called off the attack, we might have been... I don't want to say it. Those army soldiers were one thing, but the members of Twilight were really going for the kill. I could have kept fighting without any problems. Yeah, right. I know you were almost out of ammo. Victor really was amazing. That must have taken so much courage. That's nice of you to say. Honestly, I was so nervous that I can't even remember what really happened. But at the same time, when Victor had come face to face with the Queen, he had seemed somehow different. He wasn't the usual kind Victor. He'd seemed very angry and sad at the same time. Why are you so quiet all of a sudden, Spacey? Oh, it's nothing. We're going to have a private conversation. He's going to tell us all the secrets, and we're going to be like, it's okay, I love you anyway! And then we're going to make out with him, once we get rid of the poison, obviously, but... Hey, let's keep things cheerful! It's a rare treat that Deli's joined us here. Isn't that right, Deli? Silence! Don't call me by that wretched nickname! I was tasked with the responsibility of caring for my subordinate Spacey. It's my duty to ensure that he gets fed. That's the only reason why I'm here. Aww! Spacey, eating a meal made especially for him under the table, barks in response to Deli's outburst. Deli and Spacey, they kind of eat in the same way. There's no need to eat so quickly. There's more where that came from. I laugh, then look over at Victor. Now that we're officially protected by order of the government, we can relax a little, right? Yes, I suppose, for the time being. We don't know when they'll turn their backs on us again, so I think it's important for us to remain defensive. And I highly doubt that Twilight will give up on capturing you just because of this. Don't worry about that stuff. They don't know where this mansion is, and we'll still be watching out. Even then, we can still focus more on our search for Isaac than we could before. Yes, about that, I've actually found a lead I think is promising. Really? Yes, well, it's more like a lead to a promising lead. I love how intricate this game is, because, I mean, like, let's just take a moment here. First, we have the whole thing, oh my god, we're messing, and then we get, you know, Van Helsing on our side, and then we go through the whole, like, Delacroix thing, and then we go through the whole Victor thing, and we still haven't found our father, and we still don't know what's going on, and there's still, like, we're probably not even halfway through the fucking game. Like, shit! This is so in-depth! There is so much! I mean, I know, like, with Amnesia Memories, we picked a world, and we went through it, and that was kind of, you know what I mean? And then you went to the next world. So this, I mean, when we go through the paths for the other guys, I'm assuming we're going to be skipping, we'll be able to skip a majority of the text, because it'll all be the same. And we'll just see the missing scenes. So we won't read through everything again. We'll just kind of read through what we haven't done. We'll be like, okay, so this is what we were doing. Like, you know, we'll kind of refresh ourselves what was going on. And do the different paths and scenes. But, so I have a feeling that's why this is, feels longer than, like, Amnesia Memories. Because each one of those, it was a compartmentalized, like, we're going into this world and this is our boyfriend. Here, we're going through the same story and building a relationship with a certain person. So, I mean, but it's just so fucking in depth, and they just oh my god, I can't get over how amazing this is, and there's just so many little plots and points, and like, it's just It's fucking good. Like, the people who wrote this are fucking amazing, and the people who fucking did the art are fucking amazing. Like, this developer is fucking amazing. Anyway. Right. I mean, I'm starting to feel like we're never gonna find the guy. That would be a problem. You're right. Never would be a problem. I'd at least like to track him down within the next 2 or 3 centuries. Hang on. CGG, you know we'll all be dead by then, right? So what exactly is this lead to a lead you speak of? About that. A lead to a lead to a lead? A conversation comes to a dead stop when we suddenly hear the doorbell ring. Oh, do we have a visitor? Is it Avon? Who the fuck's at the door? Have we ever had visitors here? No, we haven't. Then whoever's at the door is surely some sort of uninvited guest. I gulp. Before anyone can say anything more, the door to the room suddenly opens. All of our eyes turn to the intruder at once, and he gives us a pleasant smile. Oh, fuck my life. Damn it, now we're gonna have to go find someplace else to live. God damn it. Good day, gentlemen, lady. Sholmes! There was no response, so I invited myself in. What a douche. I still love him, but he's a douche. What's this? Are you in the middle of a celebration? It would appear I've dropped by just the right moment. What do you want? Are you here to capture us? No, I would never do that. I prefer to keep my work and my private life separate. And as you are no longer criminals, there is no need for me to arrest you. Then why are you here? I've come all this way to inform you that I'm no longer your enemy. You should be more grateful. I don't bring gifts, but I do have good news for you. It won't be publicized, but Victoria is openly chastising Twilight. Severely at that. It seems the damage they brought upon London while trying to shoot you down has incurred her wrath. Oh, those attacks! Because of this, Twilight's activities will likely be restricted for some time. They were too eager for success and dug their own graves. I'm a bit embarrassed for my old workplace, but it's worked out for our advantage. Indeed, I'm sure they'll continue their operations, but they'll certainly be more subtle about it. I don't know why Twilight is after you. Just be on the lookout. That is indeed good news. Thank you for coming all the way here to tell us. The Count smiles and nods. I mean, I guess it's good news, but... Never mind that. How did you find out about this place? I didn't leave any traces for you to find. Is that so, Lupin? Then I must deduce that your housekeeping skills are subpar. You left traces everywhere. You little... I fucking love it. Can I just be honest, though, too? I ship them a little bit, too. It's like, oh my god, they're like a little odd couple. You're like, I love them! There, Lupin, don't be so rude. Mr. Sholmes, was it? Since you've already made the trip here, why don't you come in and enjoy some of our party food? In exchange, please keep the location of our mansion under your hat. Oh, you think you can bribe the great detective Herlock Sholmes with food? Sholmes narrows his eyes at the Count's suggestion. Then... Well then, don't mind if I do. You are one easy detective to bribe. He's toying with Lupin, isn't he? I guess everyone has at least one nemesis. They are nemesises. Victor smiles cheerfully. He no longer has the frightening seriousness or dangerous air like he did during his conversation with the Queen. I decide to stop worrying and enjoy the moment. It seems like you've gathered an interesting group here. And now that we're all acquainted, I think I'd like to come back once in a while to visit. Don't you come back here! Hurry up and get out! I can't help but laugh at the desperation in Lupin's voice. Aww, the end. Oh, we got a little ways. I know this is a new chapter 7. The Buoyant and the Bellicose. The afternoon after the party, I head for Deli's room, carrying his meal on a tray. Deli, I've brought your dinner. Leave it there. His voice carries through the door. It seems like yesterday was a special exception, and he won't come out tonight. Wait. No. Okay. Is it still? Okay, all right. Now my stupid computer just popped up a Java update, and I was like, fuck, go away! Are you sure you don't want to eat with everyone else? I told you I have no intention of being cozy with any of you. But you joined us at the party yesterday. That was a blunder on my part. I have a great many regrets about yesterday. I see. I carry on the spirit of the entire vampire race. It's out of the question for me to share a meal with humans. He has a true passion for avoiding us. I was hoping that yesterday would have helped him open up to us. Spacey, how long have you been in here? Hey, what are you doing? Stop it! Do not pull on my clothes. I forbid it. There's some commotion going on in there. What could it be? Why are you pulling me towards the door? You traitor! You're supposed to be my minion! I refuse to eat with those humans! So stop it! Fine. So stop! Fine! Alright! The dog is bullying him. That's fucking adorable. The noises cease. Deli? No response. What could have happened in there? Oh, are you alright? I heard some noises. The door opens, revealing Deli. Cece slips between his legs and rubs up against me. Cece! He looks up at me with a good-natured doggy smile, as if to say, look! I've brought Deli out to you! So dinner? For your information, I'm not opening up to you. It is said that a wise ruler always lends an ear to a subordinate's advice. Cece wants me to join your meal, that's all. I understand. Okay, I'm just making sure it's still recording, because, like, good lord. Deli turns away, looking disgruntled, then starts to walk ahead. Cece runs over to join him at his feet. Come on over! What's up, Deli? You're going to start joining our meals now. We welcome you, Deli. Stop calling me that! I had no choice in the matter, as Cece was quite insistent. Meals are always more enjoyable with a bigger group. I welcome you to the table as well. I changed my mind. I'm eating in my room. Stay here and eat. Van Helsing says this quietly, but with strength. Oh, he'd be such a good dad. Oh, please. We're Spacey. We never have kids, but it's so funny. He's like, sit down and eat. Okay. I mean, seriously, if he was like, stay and eat, you'd be like, whatever you say, sir. Van Helsing, whatever. If you want to keep an eye on me so I don't escape, isn't it better if we were to eat together? Don't presume to tell me what to do. Come on, guys, chill out. Here, sit right there. I cook the meals so they taste great when we all eat together as a group. Impey quickly ushers Deli to his seat and pushes him towards the table. Now, let's enjoy our meal. Human food. So mediocre. Although he won't stop complaining, Deli eats with more enthusiasm than any of us at the table. You're being rude to the cook. It's fine. I can tell how Deli feels about the food by the way he's scarfing it down. No, she's right. My words were disrespectful, considering that I'm being provided with food. I totally read that more in Impey's voice, but... Glad you like it. Good thing, huh? Oh, good thing, huh, Van Helsing? Good thing, huh, Van Helsing? You were the one who was most worried. Is he pretending not to hear you? That's how we welcomed a new member into our mealtime gatherings. I feel like I'm being observed, and I look up. My eyes meet Victor's, and he smiles as if to play it off. Aww, he's gonna be our boyfriend. I think we're on the Victor path, because we can't be on the Lupin path. That night, I practiced the stances used in self-defense that Van Helsing taught me before I got to sleep. I'm well aware that such moves are rarely delivered perfectly in an actual battle. However, if I can get my body to remember these moves, I'll be able to react without thinking in battle. The more practice I get, the better. Ha! The people around me are all very skilled. If we're going to face more dangers, I don't want to get in their way. I go over things I learned in training, one by one. As I do, the expression Victor had been wearing during the meal comes to my mind. What was that about? Oh, look, he's looking at us with, he loves us. That makes Spacey giggle. Was he trying to say something about the lead he was talking about yesterday? Oh my god, we're so dumb. Obviously she's not gonna, I know because we're playing this game. I would be in the same situation like, I wonder why he was looking at me like that. Why are you looking at me? Like, I do the same thing when people look at me at work. I wear like 50s poofy dresses with like petticoat skirts and shit to work. And like people, I'm always like, why are you looking at me? And I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm dressed awesome. And I have like flaming pink and purple hair. So like, yeah, I'm awesome. That's why people look at me. I stand out. But I walk and I'm like, why is everyone looking at me? Stop. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Never mind. Like, but it's still awkward. Like I'm just being me, man. Don't stare. It's weird. That conversation had never fully been finished after Sholmes' interruption. Maybe Lupin and the rest all have their own takes on the situation. No one had brought up the subject with Victor since last night. What did that glance he gave me mean? I wonder if he's hiding something. Guess how much he loves you. Yeah! As my frustration mounts, I intensify my training in search of answers. What does the future have in store for us? What will happen to everyone? To me? The uncertainty of tomorrow unsettles me. I probably feel this way because I'm happy now, and because I've been able to cross paths with so many people. My anxiety grows when I stop my exercises. The poison flowing through my body, the horologium shining from my chest. Why did it get dark all of a sudden? What exactly am I? Monster. The word bubbles up in my consciousness. I am... Oh! Spacey, are you all right? Victor's voice knocks me out of my reverie. I bet anything, and I wonder if different paths, it would be a different person coming up to you. Yeah. Victor? I realize that he's standing right in front of me with his brow furrowed. Why did I come here? I can't remember at all. Yes, hello. I was trying to talk to you, but you weren't responding. It seemed like you were zoned out. But good. I panicked since I thought something was wrong. No, I'm fine. I was just thinking. Was there a reason you came to see me, Victor? We're out in the inner courtyard. When I ask this, he scratches at his cheeks with a guilty expression. Reason, yeah, I had a pretty important one, actually. Important? He loves me. He wants to kiss me. We sit down together on the edge of one of the flower beds. Even though Victor said he had a reason for seeing me, he doesn't attempt to say more. I'm curious what he wants to talk about. Looking at his face, I can tell that he's conflicted. If he should tell me or remain silent, that seems to be his dilemma. The wind quietly stirs the air as I sit and wait for him to speak. Come to think of it, I can only recall a few times when I was able to look up at the night sky like this, and for a good reason. I was at the house in Wales until recently, trapped in a cage of loneliness, looking down all by myself. I've been thinking about this for a long time. When Victor finally speaks up, I look back at him. I know how you can obtain the truth. The truth? What I'm about to tell you pertains to the lead I was speaking of yesterday. I'm planning to tell the others tomorrow. I hold my breath. Oh, I really was hoping you were going to tell me you love me, but okay, this works. Isaac had his own secret research lab. We may be able to locate that facility. A research lab? Does it have something to do with me? Yes, it must be. To your horologium. My hand automatically reaches toward my chest, where the gem is embedded. Victor nods slowly, then continues with a serious expression. And I have an idea as to what the horologium really is. What? I'll start from the beginning. In Britain, there is a scientific academy known as the Royal Society. Long ago, there was some research being conducted there. The discovery of infinite energy, the refinement of the elixir of immortality, emulation of the work of God. The legendary substance, the Philosopher's Stone, would be the foundation for it all. Under Queen Victoria's orders, experiments were conducted to refine the substance, pouring obscene amounts of money into it. I'm hearing all of this for the first time. Well, we heard about the Philosopher's Stone before, but obviously, you know what I mean? Like, it's not exactly the same information, but we could have chosen to talk to somebody else, so we might not have ever learned that. I don't understand some of it, and what I do understand makes little sense. But Victor's serious tone is enough to tell me that this must have been an immense endeavor. The Philosopher's Stone? Yes, but the scientists were never able to truly create it. Instead, creating an imitation zicterium. Zicterium. Like cubic zirconium? Zicterium? The scientists unable to achieve the desired results were held responsible and stripped of their titles. Victor pauses to sigh heavily, as if taking a break from his exposition. I still get the feeling that he's hiding something from me. Is that everything you wanted to tell me? He avoids my gaze for a moment. No, actually, this is the part I really wanted you to know. Someone else took over the research after those first scientists were removed from the project. It was you. He shakes off whatever's holding him back and turns to me. That person was your father, Isaac Beckford. Oh. My father? That's right. I don't know why he decided to involve himself in the search for the Philosopher's Stone. After Isaac became head of research, I had the opportunity to witness the Zicterium that he had in his possession. How is this related to me? I saw the solid form of Victerium had the same sort of shine that the gem in your chest does. It's highly likely that the gem embedded within you is based off Zicterium, and is the forerunner to the Philosopher's Stone. I think the substance was renamed and eventually came to be called the Horologium. Zicterium sounds a lot less weird, because Horologium just sounds... it's whore. It's probably horologium, like horoscope, but horoscope, wait, I don't know. A sudden gust of wind blows past us, and the flowers in the flower bed rustle. The blue gem embedded in my chest, the horologium. So it's true my father himself has deep ties with it. I mean, you kind of had to think we kind of already knew he did it to you, but my father made this? It's strange. Just from this information alone, the gem in my chest suddenly becomes something precious to me. But as to how and why the horologium acts as your heart, keeping you alive while harboring poison in your body, I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. This information doesn't shed much light on anything. I shake my head. It's all right. Just knowing that Father made this, that he was actually involved, makes me happy. Because it's what keeps me alive, and he made it himself. I'm alive right now because of Father, aren't I? I don't know why he had to put the horologium inside of me, but he must have done it for my sake. I look up and see that Victor is looking away with a forlorn expression. It's like he's struggling with something. The research facility I mentioned earlier is the laboratory where Isaac was studying the Philosopher's Stone, which means it's where the horologium was created? Most likely. I see. If we go there, we may be able to figure out how to fix the poison and learn about my lost past. But why? Why are you telling me all this now? You could have said something much sooner. That's because, it took me some time to confirm the link between Zicterium and the Philosopher's Stone. I know I really should have explained this to you all before now. I see. I gently fold my hands over the horologium. I can feel it even through my clothing, the carefully made gem shining inside of me. Though it normally seems lifeless, right now it almost feels warm. Spacey, the truth will always be out there and will never change, no matter what happens. If that's what you desire. Victor? Victor turns to look at me, but he seems to be staring into an entirely different place. No! Oh, I wanted him to love us. Okay, I'm going to wrap this part up here before I go any further, because I'm like so wrapped up in this that I could just like fucking nonstop play. But yeah, so I am going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.